welcome to the first episode, the very first episode of Jersey Me. No, we're not going to jersey you. We're not going to throw uppercuts to the chin. We're going to do it a better way for you. We're going to give you some need-to-know tips on purchasing a jersey, whether it's authentic, whether you're getting your best bang for your buck from what you're buying. But yeah, anyways, let's get to it. We're going to look at some different jerseys today, different teams. We're going to look at Toronto Maple Leafs, Chicago Blackhawks, and that's basically what we're going to look at for the first episode. This is our very first episode of Jersey Me, so yeah, just thank you for joining me, and pay attention if you like, or don't change that channel. Alright, first up on the plate here we have a Chicago Blackhawks jersey. It's supposed to mimic that of the Winter Classic jersey from 2017 game versus the St. Louis Blues, which the Blackhawks lost in non-emphatic fashion. It was pretty lackluster. But anyways, this jersey that we have here, this is not authentic, which I'm sure some of you can see that, or if you know, or you may have the real one, then there's your example, there's your comparison, and you already know what you're looking at. But there's a few ways we can tell with this. Oftentimes with fake jerseys or knockoffs, whatever you want to call them, from China, wherever, Singapore, wherever you're buying it, just look for this right here. The collar is the little NHL piece underneath the collar. It's usually lower than that of a real jersey. And also this tag right here, that is always a clear sign that that's not an authentic jersey. It's not really made by RBK and CCM, and nor does that that doesn't represent the real symbol that they use on their jerseys. Not only that, it's also made in Canada. And now the only jerseys from what I've seen that are made in Canada, they're actually real authentic player jerseys, whatnot. They're better than replica. They're pro player jerseys. So the material's a little different. It probably has a little Canada tags. But yeah, for the most part, the jerseys that you or I would buy would be made in Indonesia. That's where they're mostly made. I don't 100% know why. I don't know if that's because it's so much cheaper to make them there than it would be here in Canada. That would be my guess, my understanding. But yeah, anyhow, there's another way to tell. Let's see. They're usually not proportioned properly, or stitching is off a bit, or there's too much excess stitching left over. And if it's a high quality jersey, an authentic jersey, they take the time to fix these errors, or not even sell that type of jersey if there's mistakes. But if you look closely on the Reebok, it's not centered correctly. It's not even level. I mean, that's a dead giveaway right away. But yeah, that's that jersey out of the way. We're gonna take a look at a Jonathan Toews jersey. Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty crisp. Looks fairly authentic. It's another Winter Classic replica jersey, but this is a knockoff as well. It's not too bad. It's pretty good quality. I mean, for the money that you pay for it compared to an authentic jersey, you're getting your bang for your buck here. You're getting fairly good quality for the price that you pay. It even has a little Reebok stitched on logo here, or stitched on patch, that usually you'll see on fan jerseys, or jerseys you can buy in Pro Hockey Life, National Sports section in Oshawa, wherever you get your stuff from. But also the tag, even the tag says that it's made in Indonesia. So that's where they get tricky. That's where this looks more authentic. Even the label, even the tag, the lining on the collar looks authentic. The label here looks authentic. It's all, it's all pretty good quality. It's all written proper. The material feels right. The Captain C looks good. Jonathan Toews on the back looks good. The Reebok looks centered nicely. Yeah, it looks centered nicely. Looks pretty level. Winter Classic patch looks good. Everything. I mean, like there's not a lot to complain about this jersey, but this is indeed another knockoff. So it's hard not to get fooled. I mean, if you're buying them on Kijiji or whatnot, and you don't have much experience with buying jerseys, you could at least look for ask if they have a receipt. Look at everything Do a little research first. But I mean, we're helping you as well here. But giving you our knowledge, my knowledge of what I know so far, because even myself, I've bought fake jerseys in the past. It happens. You don't really know what to look for every single time. But that's just a few things so far. But yeah, that was a very high quality Jonathan Toews knockoff from China or wherever it was from. But yeah, moving on, we'll look at. We're going to start you off with a real jersey this time. This is a fully authentic Auston Matthews Toronto Maple Leafs home jersey for the 2016-2017 season. Currently on. Even the lining, the collar lining there with the Reebok written on it, it looks good, it looks proper. Because it is. I mean, even that Reebok and Made in Indonesia tag, it all looks good. And it's because it's authentic. But I mean, even when you compare that to the Jonathan Toews that we all just looked at, and I mean, it looks pretty close. The Jonathan Toews is a very good, very high quality knockoff. This, however, it's not a knockoff. It's a very authentic Toronto Maple Leafs home jersey from the season. Maybe the future captain on the back, Auston Matthews, if that happens. I'm sure it's a big possibility, but as you can tell, all the stitching is done properly. It's centered, it's level. It's nicely stitched. It all looks good. It's not exactly what the players wear, because we have, as you can see, we have the patch for a fan wear jersey or a replica or whatever they call it. But yeah, it's high quality. It's good stuff. It's not very cheap. You're gonna pay over $200 for sure, over $200 on a jersey like that if you're buying it from Real Sports Apparel, National Sports, Sport Check, Sports Section, wherever. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny regardless. And anyways, moving on, we'll look at this. This is the last jersey we're gonna show you for this episode. This is also an Auston Matthews jersey. It's a replica jersey, although it is a knockoff. The tag looks similar to what we just saw, but the color is a little different. It's a little discolored. It's not so much gray as it is, like a grayish tinge, as well as the collar. Even along here, it's all wrinkled. The writing is not the proper size, font, etc. This is stitched into the collar. That would be nice if the real one were stitched like that, but it's not. It's just usually a vinyl press-on or something like that, right? Whatever they're made of. Now, as you can see, a little Canada tag. That's another dead giveaway. They're not made they're not made in Canada. They're not, it's all made somewhere else to save money essentially. And unfortunately, being made in Indonesia doesn't make it any cheaper for us, for the fans. It's just, we're suckers for nice looking merchandise. We like to represent our team. We are very loyal, so I mean, loyal to a fault, even to like Tim Hortons, whatever. But yeah, there's so many ways. Like this one here is this jersey's missing the little collar piece because it fell off. It wasn't stitched very well. It's another thing that can be it's another thing you can be aware of. It's usually very low. It's not stitched on the greatest, as you could tell, because it's missing. It's usually low when it's not supposed to be, with the NHL symbol in the middle of the patch as well. But yeah, I mean, high quality. They take the time. It's stitched properly. It's not done it's not done at a rapid pace as it would be done somewhere overseas or wherever, right? But the difference is, you're talking about $30 to $50 usually for these type of jerseys, whereas the real one, you know, Austin Matthews authentic from the Air Canada Center or wherever it's from, you're paying through the teeth, right? That's the difference. You're getting high quality. You're getting a great looking article of clothing for yourself. Great fan wear. Great way to represent your hockey team. But it's going to cost you. It's going to be a few green bills for sure. It's going to cost you most likely anywhere from $200 and up. So that's it for this segment. Let's see. There's so many different ways to tell if it's a knockoff jersey or if it's real, but just remember, as long as you're happy with it and you know you didn't overpay for what you got, then that's not too bad. It's not a bad thing, right? I mean, no offense to NHL or Reebok or whatnot, or next year it's going to be Adidas. Let's see what those jerseys are going to look like. It's going to be a little different, but I mean, no offense to these companies who make the jerseys, but the prices are so ridiculously high, and that's probably a lot to do with the NHL, the team itself that makes the money out. Whoever the money goes to, and however that money's shared, yeah, that's their fault for making the jersey such a high price. It's all part of it, right? It's all about marketing, promotion, selling a product. After all, the National Hockey League and all of its 30 clubs or whatever they have right now, it's all about the money. It's a business. In the end, it's a business. They want it to be profitable, and a lot of that is through merchandise and selling tickets, etc. I'd like to welcome to the show Alex Mark. Thanks for being here today, buddy.
How's it going?
It's going good, man. It's going. I know you're not feeling too well. Thank you. We're not going to take
no problem.
Not going to take much of your time today. Say hi to all our little YouTubers out
How's
there.
it going, guys?
That's right. This is my hockey bud, my knowledge. He's kind of like my Scott Carson statistics. anything hockey, anything like that, anything sports. This guy knows a lot about sports, especially hockey. But yeah, Alex, I wanted to just take a couple minutes of your time. I wanted to know what do you think about fake versus authentic for jerseys? What would you rather, and what would you what would you rather spend $200 to $250 for a nice authentic crisp jersey, or would you rather buy a fake one, a Chinese knockoff, or maybe even search Kijiji as an alternate source for a jersey?
Well, if you're gonna buy a fake jersey, it has to be done right. But that's just so hard to get nowadays.
But if it's fake, it's not done right. That's the thing.
Not done right.
So what do you mean when you say done right? Like the quality, like it still looks good.
Like the Taves jersey.
Yeah.
It was. You could tell it's fake, but it was. The quality of it was substantially higher than the Kessel per se and the Matthews.
Right. I mean, even the Kessel, it's not bad for what it probably costs. I don't know what it costs you, but it's not bad for that price range. What did you pay for it?
Right around 25, 30 bucks.
Yeah, see, that's not too bad. I mean, it's more or less if you're happy with that jersey, right? If it's worth that money to you, then that's what it's worth.
Yeah.
Me, I'm very picky. You know me, I like everything to be authentic, 100% real. But if the quality's there and it looks good, then I know I'd wear it, then I'm happy.
Yeah. Exactly. So whereas some of the fake ones you look at and the color's off, the stitchings, it's blatantly fake. Whereas it just
and
throws
you notice
off.
this, Alex, if you go to a game, you haven't gone yet, but you will go to one eventually. This guy hasn't even been to a Leafs game. Like, what's going on?
In time.
Hardcore. He's got to get there, guys. Anyway, it's a little off topic, but you go to the game, you see these guys on TV, like compared to like a buddy with his jersey and his friend with their jersey. One is a knockoff, one's not. The color looks completely wrong. The lettering looks wrong. It's the wrong size patch. This year the Leafs, I've noticed, like the Toronto Maple Leaf symbol. Like that of this symbol here on the Matthews. On the face, it's awfully, it looks fat, especially with the white crest, like on the home jersey. Yeah. The Toronto Maple Leaf looks a little too thick, a little too bulky. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah. Whereas on the home, it looks a little different. It's not as bulky.
Yeah, it's
Whereas
not.
the blue one, that's why I got the white one originally.
Yeah, like the white knockoff, you can kind of get away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, all you're going to have to do is stitch the NHL symbol up a little higher, as we talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, then it looks pretty good. It looks decent. It's well worth the $30-40 that you spent.
Yeah.
So
But if I had the money, I would definitely go with the real thing.
yeah.
But
when it costs half your paycheck to get that, it's not really feasible, is it?
Yeah. Whereas some people, that's why some people order off, or or check Kijiji.
Kijiji right here, all the way. This is not a promotional piece. I just love the website, and that's how I do a lot of my shopping. Yeah, anyways, my man, I wanted to thank you for coming on the show.
No problem.
Might
Thanks
have to
for
drag
having
you
me.
on later on. Another episode in the future when you're not sick.
Back. I'll be back.
Thanks a lot.
Guaranteed.
Alex Mark, your host, Brandon Peddle. Jersey me.